Right, okay, the next thing is now we want to animate our text. Okay, so for that, let's go and close everything, shut down, so that we don't want to move, these layers. So let's go and layer. This is the basically layer new text. I show it again. Go to layer new text. So a cursor appears, and here you will write down, your text. In my case, let's say I'll write down Maxafter basics. So as you can see, the text has gone out of the screen. Don't worry about that. Now in the text mode here, so if we click somewhere else, another layer will be added, so be aware of that. If that happens, just select the previous layer and select this one and delete this layer, and now you're back onto Maxafter basics. Okay, let's go back and select our selection tool here again, and this is basically the character. If it's not showing the character, then you can always go to Windows, and there it is, characters. But if by mistake you mess up the panels, go back to reset standard, discard changes, so bring back the the standard workspace. Okay, now the text is selected, you want to resize it. So how are we going to resize it? Through characters. We don't have the characters here right now, so for that we go to Windows and we select characters, and you can move up and down these menus like this, and the font is used Impact. Select here and you can choose any font that you like. Scroll through. It's just like Photoshop, basic. In my case, I will use Impact. Right, and the color is basically blue. You can change the color to any color that you like. Yeah, and you got an outline as well, so click here. The outline changes, whatever color is on the top, you will change that. So if you want to change the major color, click green, it'll come on top, and then double click green, and then you just select any color that you like, and then for outline click this one and then double click and change from here. Size, you can resize it. This is the size, just drag it towards left, the size changes. Right, and from here you can select, you can increase the distance between them, which is called tracking, and you can also do it from here. -50, let's say -10 is good. And stroke size, you can increase the stroke from here and decrease it, and also click here and press like 3, so you can do it like that. So there's a whole panel here, play around with it, and if you want to write your text, this is italic. Turn it off, it becomes straight like that. Okay, let's say you want to go back to my project for reference, to see how the text looks like. So what we're going to do here is we go to my comp, which is Khan, open it up, and then double click on this final files 001 final, so that it brings up my project. And you can move the screen by pressing spacebar on your keyboard, and then move around to adjust it to your eye level. Right, so here the text is written Maxafter basics, this is in blue, this is orange, and the M and S are, you know, bigger in size than the rest of the text. So okay, that's for reference. Now here you can see that this is 001 final composition. It's highlighted. Now if you want to go back, then back to your tutorial, then it's car-1. That is car 1. So now you're back in our composition, back to the original, back to my composition. So that's how it works. You can also close it from here, and again you can bring it up from here. So this is how you move through compositions. Whenever you edit the text, always have to select this tool, which is type tool. So click here and take the cursor on top of, if you want to increase the whole thing, edit the text, then you can edit like this. In our case we'll do the M only. So let's say we make this 100. So here you can increase the size, and let's change this to 100 as well. Right, now let's go and change the text color, which is orange. So for that we'll only select the Maxafter, and this is the color here. We go and select, for example, orange color. See, the color is orange. If you want to change blue, same thing, let's say make it a bit sharper blue. So when you're in text tool, this tool, be very careful. If you click somewhere here, you'll mess up the whole thing. So always go back to select tool, and you have to see this selection, and then you can move this text if you like. We've got here our Maxafter basic. Now let's go and turn on our background to see how it looks on the background. So this is our background. So let's go and bring this position of the text here somewhere. So select the text, which is already selected, and just press shift as well, so it comes down, snaps and comes down straight down. Right, so now let's go and apply a filter to it, which is shadow. Now the filters you can apply, this is called effects and presets. It's here. If it's not here, then you can always go to Windows and bring up effects and presets. Right, okay, so now let's go and apply a shadow to it. You can click here and write shadow. So this is the easiest way of accessing the filters, provided that you know the names of the filters. So this is drop shadow. So you can just drag it and put it on top of it, or Control Z. Now you can also access it from here. Effects. You have to select the layer, otherwise the effects panel will not highlight. So select the layer, go to effect, and then perspective and drop shadow. Let's say our effect it will show here on the panel. Also you can select the layer, press E, it shows that it's applied here, drop shadow, open it up, the whole thing panel is here as well. It's easier to edit here. So the opacity is the opacity of the shadow. Let's say you want to make it 100, so it's darker, and distance is the distance from the text, and softness softens up the shadow. Right, so now we got our shadow as well.